and it doesn't trigger. I read something on Twitter that this card is somehow bugged or something is happening to this card in front of or before the major tournaments now. I think the Pro Tour is running on the weekends, and it still don't trigger anything even if he connives. And you saw he connived, he put a card away. How is it going, everybody? And welcome to my channel today with another, and I think most likely the final version of Arcane Bombardment mini-series. As I said before, this mini-series will definitely continue and will find new places because I have much more other bombardment deck, but I have the feeling that you are slowly getting tired of it, or myself also. I want to move a little bit on, I want to play some other cards, and I will build definitely some really cool cards. I saw some people already talking about Fighting Rick, and there are some broken things to do with it. I want to experiment with it, I want to do it and present it to you as good as possible. This is why for now this is the final build of Arcane Bombardment deck, but we definitely gonna revisit it, especially because the next set is a while away. I think it's not coming until rotation as far as I understood. That means that the summer set is skipped this year by Wizard of the Coast, but I can be wrong, but I think they skipped the summer set this year. And the next set that we're gonna get is with our rotation. But anyway, let's get straight to the deck. The deck is built about this amazing, beautiful card, utilizing, of course, also our Arcane Bombardment, the whole mini-series around it, but Lithoform Engine. Dino, the bad boy, said, hey, what if you combine Bombardment, Arcane Bombardment, and Lithoform Engine? How crazy could it be? And I thought, hey, this is definitely something really crazy. And it is. It is super fun to play, especially if you have Lithoform Engine and start copying your triggered ability or activate a triggered ability like Arcane Bombardment. Arcane Bombardment is a triggered or activated ability, but we also can just pay 3 mana and copy our instant and sorceries, and our deck is full of it, of course. 4 mana, never played it, but 3 and 2 mana definitely, and this is just super fun. Of course, we use some really broken spells like Invoke Despair. Everybody knows it, somebody hates it, or some people hate it, some people love it. I personally love it. I hated this 4 black mana, but we are currently in a situation in Standard where this 4 mana is not the biggest deal to pay, to be honest. With things like Celestus that can fix our mana, but also with a lot of chill or dual lands that we have access to. And you see maybe here the mana base, how I designed it, really clean, really nice, no manlands again. As I said again, if you want to add manlands, you can go for it. I don't need to win with manlands, because as soon as I hit turn 6, where you usually activate your manlands, I want to play bombardments and do other broken things. This is why no manlands included, 1 of each legendary, and then 4 of pathways, 4 of chill lands, and 3 of the new tramway station. This is a really interesting addition from Streets of New Capenna. 4 mana tap and draw a card. It means your lands are suddenly drawing you cards in the late game if you need the card draw, right? So this is a really nice inclusion, and in the early game it helps you cast Invoke Despair or burn down the house on curve. This is also something really great. Other things that I think makes this deck really special, I mean, about the 1-drops I don't need to talk. I told you Bombardment requires, let's say, engaging 1-drops that can go face. Both of our Playfire goes face, but also don't let you die, like Bloodchief's First, for example, against Talia, and all these other mono whites and mono greens. Just an amazing card, right? It doesn't let you die so fast, and this is basically what we need. 1 mana instant or sorcery that has a multiple purpose in your deck. Then we go full in on kabam, we go on learn spells, because I thought the first time when Tori Dice told me about this card, I saw, hey, learn spells are really broken with this card, because then suddenly Mascot Exhibition casting it every turn, 3 creatures for free. Amazing. But also, even if you cast Pest Summoning, just this one, 2 1/1s that gain us life for free. Amazing, right? Or then deal 1 damage, destroy artifacts, exile creatures, gain life. In first scenario here is Environmental Science, gain you 2 life every turn, and even if you don't have enough basics, and we have enough basics, it's still 2 life for free. Why not? I take it. Then of course some card draw here in the sideboard, and some versatile removal or exile spell for anything we need except lands. Let's see what else I have included here. Roil Eruption, I mean, a really cool card, can go face, 3 damage to the face is really nice. But here I have, you find some prisoners, 2 mana instant, and this is why I was looking for a 2 mana instant and do not require me to have like creatures or treasures or artifacts on the board, right? Because like Deadly Dispute comes first in mind if you think about a 2-mana instant in black or red, right? But I thought Find the Prisoners is actually a really good instant, right? 2 mana, and it says choose one. First, we can destroy an artifact, any artifact, right? From opponent, a treasure, blood token, or some other artifacts that are maybe more impactful, like Jessica Chariot. But then we can also choose interrogate them. It means exile the top 3 card of target opponent library. So from your opponent, similar like Scythian Insight, right? You exile the top 3 card of opponent's library, we choose one of them, and until end of our next turn, cast a card, and we may spend mana as Druid was mana of any color. So this is literally a budget Scythian Insights, right? Like where we gain some card selection without flashback, of course, but still some card selection from our opponent's side, and it's an instant can trigger the Arcane Bombardment on opponent's turn. Gain might be something useful from opponent, like another instant or sorceries for our next turn, still trigger the bombardment. So I found this really helpful. Also, maybe if our opponent has some really cool win conditions, like, I don't know, Valky or some other Planeswalkers, really nice. I like it really much, and especially if we exile it later on with bombardment, we can keep it doing over and over again. Then one go blank, very situational, but really nice graveyard hate, but also hand hate. Bloodline Culling, because there is so much Naya stuff going on with all these 2/2 cats and 3/1 doggies flying around, and I countered this deck like, I don't know, I think somebody made an Naya deck with these tokens, right? But still, I thought Bloodline Culling, 3 mana, sweep all these cats, sweep all these dogs if you need to, because it says choose one, target creature get -5/-5 until end of turn. -5 is a huge deal. It hits Adeline, it hits the most cards that we want to hit, it hits, right? -5 is really huge. But then it says creature tokens get -2/-2 until end of turn. Like all the tokens, all the creature tokens get -2/-2. Basta. So this is why I choose also one of these cards, really helpful and come really often handy in some games. Then Celestus, maybe not so often seen, but I just want to explain it shortly. It can also discard cards to put it into your graveyard. So just in case you need something into your graveyard, you can do it with a Celestus. And the rest, I think, is self-explanatory. On this pod, guys, let's check shortly. In mana base, we have 24 lands. With our dual lands, we have 27. We have an average curve of 3.3, of course, because our big spells are big. And let's get straight into the gameplay. Alright, here we go against Pokapamas. And that looks good. Just need to find bombardment now. Let's go with the tap land. We have some Session of Cram. Oh, opponent on Esper. Esper Planeswalkers. Could be, right? Could be Esper Planeswalkers. So let's go with the Cram Session. Grab some Signs. Just to hit our land drops. And we have a lot of basics. Just after the land destruction shenanigans, I thought there is nothing better than to have some. Let's go here for black. We have here another red source if we need to. Opponent. And you're not Greeks, you are Esper. So maybe Esper aggro. Kaito will come next turn. Most likely. Most likely Kaito Naito. Yeah, here he goes. Jesus, I read you like an open book. Like an open book. So also be prepared for maybe some counter spells. Interesting that the opponent don't want to create a token here. Opponent phases out. We go main phase for big score. Discard a land. Draw some lands. And then we are good to go from here, I think. Let's see, opponents still don't have double white, right? Yeah, for Wanderer, usually this is what they run, so he can Underdog, for example. By the way, cool art for Underdog. Oh, okay, sure.
Now, what do we have here?
What do we have here, my friend? So my opponent most likely sitting on how you say it, on a counter spell, so this is why let's bait it out first. Then we can start. Isn't this card a little bit bugged? Look at this now. When it hits, he can connive, right? But even if he connives, I still will instantly kill it. And it doesn't trigger. I read something on Twitter that this card is somehow bugged or something is happening to this card in front of or before the major tournaments now. I think the Pro Tour is running on the weekends. And it still don't trigger anything, even if he connives. And you saw he connived, he put a card away. So this is a bug, this should not work like this. Sure. How about another one? Pocapamas. Oof, oof, I'm sorry. Let's go here. Hunt for specimen, we go to our hand and we discard a red source. Lithoform, here we have the Lithoform at least. Opponent keeps Wanderer open, this is definitely a Wanderer. This is why, let's go with Lithoform. And yeah, let's the Wanderer come. The only thing that I also consider to include is Field of Ruins, and I think I'm gonna do that too. Here's the Wanderer. It was you can read this deck so easy, like you know exactly what, where, and how comes, right? That's okay. Copy activated or triggered ability. Copy target instant or sorcery, and copy a permanent. Okay. This should exile it, right? And we're gonna exile it so he... No, I don't want another life. What, this was confusing. I thought I can copy it, this thingy. I don't need another life, that's okay. This is more than okay, my friend. Okay. Okay, I could have played the land and played this, copied this Lithoform thingy. But who cares, right? I think in this spot we are just playing cards from our hand. And see opponent suffering. I don't think my opponent can recover from it. Especially as soon as we hit our bombardment. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Yo. Jeez. Take away your freaking shield counter, bro. Please. Oh, he has 2 shield counters. He has 2 shield counters, but who gives a F if you have Lithoform, right? I'm sorry. Way too exciting. Exciting news here, exciting news. And now when we draw lands, we start cycling the lands. Underdog, a painful underdog. Is he dead next turn? He's dead next turn, my friends. A very cool game without bombardment, but very, very cool. I like it. So now we draw the bombardment, but we play you, create devils, make a copy of the devils, and say Lithoform, thank you very much. We go in. Yes! Woo! How cool was that? How cool was that game? Oh, I love it, I love it. Let's go next, my friends. So, can we make it back to back? Fudel. Fudel, tell me what's your story? How do you think about it? It's actually okay hand. Turn 3 removal, turn 4 ramp, and turn 5 bombardment. You are Boros, Naya something, right? Cram Session into another card draw effect, or like land draw here to hit the lands? Sure. Right? Right. Naya will not be happy about burn down the house. Play your Jenny Faye. No! Redain, Redain, Redain! I can kill Redain pretty easy. Do I care about Redain in this state of the game? I think so, because I want to play big score on curve, right? I want to play big score on curve. This is why let's deal with Rodane instantly. Otherwise, I could not be able to play my big score, right? This is why. I mean, I still... Okay. I still have things to do here with my spells and stuff. Opponent seems like he is stuck on some mana. Do we have double red already? Yes. So the rest is only for black. As soon as you have double red, just go for... you know what, right? Let's exile it. Exile it. This is the nice about the fumes. It goes underneath all these taxes. Oh, Talia. Talia wants to tax me too. Sure. Jesus, you're a Naya tax me deity? Naya tax me deity, huh? So I think this is more efficient if I play first Spikefield Hazard. I wanna play Spikefield Hazard with Bombardment. Bombardment, but then I lose on some mana, no? 7, yeah. So, or no. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's kill you. And let's kill you. I think this is the best I can do. Because this is 5. I will big score. Okay, or I will bombardment instantly. Don't I have some removal for bombardment? Nope. Nope. And if bombardment hits the board and stays there now, my opponent knows exactly what's up. He knows exactly what's up. Oof. Oof. I'm sorry, bro. Ah, you know what's happened. You know what's happened. What do we get? No, I don't need it. Yes, yes. Yes, so I keep you on not playing as a land to activate it in the next turn again. Like in the upkeep of, or in the thing of my opponent. Ooh. Ooh. Give it to me, Dede. Just give it to me. Exile, exile, exile. Cram Session, okay. Summoning, or do I discard something? Or mask it. Mask it. Mask it, mask it. Mask it, mask it. Mask it, mask it. Oh, now I think it's going, it's popping, my friends, it's popping. Cram Session. I mean, don't really mind. Don't really mind. Yeah. Ooh, a hot one. A very hot one. I like it. Fudel, I like it. Give it to me. Just give it to me as hard as you can. You're instant, you're sorcery. You're sorcery. All the sorceries in my turn. We exile something again. Fudel! Fudel, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Back to back, boys. Back to back. Amazing. Now, this deck is super fun at first, and second, I found out that people like to stay with Rakdos build. They like to stay. Definitely like to stay. I don't know. Maybe they're like, oh, Rakdos is something really cool. I mean, I have definitely saw some people using Rakdos. Not similar build as mine. I tried to utilize this learn spells. Definitely much more. But yeah, I think Rakdos Bombardment is so far my strongest, not only because Invoke Despair is so powerful, but also because of Rakdos we have access to things that we didn't have before, like Graveyard Hate and all these things, but also the possibilities to deal with enchantments and planeswalkers and everything through the Invoke Despair, of course, is just amazing. And yeah, this is why I like this deck the most. I enjoyed this deck. Yeah, it's not super fun, but it's really competitive. Like, not competitive, I cannot say competitive if we're talking about a 6-mana enchantment that needs to stay on the board, right? But it has definitely, it's definitely up there with the win rate, definitely up there. If I would not build more other builds, and I will build more other builds, because this is, I think, most likely the last build for now of this mini-series, because I think you are all a little bit tired of Bombardment and I want to move on. I saw already people discussing Fighting Rig in the Discord, and I want to build some builds around Fighting Rig. This is why I expect maybe tomorrow a video about or around Fighting Rig, maybe again with my ugly face on the screen. Let me know what you think about it. Yeah, otherwise, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I loved it, and I cannot wait when we finally maybe find a nice middle ground of it, where we can stabilize with our bombardment decks, and where we can really, yeah, enjoy playing it. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Don't understand me wrong. I love this deck. I think it's a little bit on the budget side, right? So if you have Arcane Bombardment, you can literally build a really budget deck. And let me know down in the description, do you want me to build a budget deck? Because I have a really budget-friendly Grixis build and also an Izzet build. I mean, if you talk about budget, it's always Izzet, right? Blue-red is always a really budget build in general. So, and I have one that is Grixis that utilizes this new 2-mana Dimir spell that let you draw 2 and discard 1, except you have 5 or more different mana values in your graveyard. This card is just amazing for Bombardment deck, not only because it fills our graveyard with instant and sorceries, but it gives us so much card selection and also draw, because it's an insta-speed, 2-mana insta-speed draw 2. So yeah, this is basically also something that is possible if you're interested in a budget build that utilizes more budget spells. For example, I don't have Burn Down the House because it's very expensive. I replace it there with Seismic Wave, for example, because Seismic Wave has a really good possibility, especially in combination with Crush the Weak or Cinderclasm. Cinderclasm is a 2-mana instant, don't forget it, that you can kick, and Cinderclasm is a 3-mana spell, so they synergize really good, especially if you look at Burn Down the House as a 5-mana spell. Yeah, otherwise, I like the Lithoform here, I like everything. And yeah, this is why I enjoyed it. And I think for tomorrow, as I said, get ready for some different kind of videos. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it, what you think about the deck, what you think about my additions. You want to see more of it? If yes, let me know. If no, also tell me what you are more excited about. I can build around. I have a lot of decks to be presented, but I think I will go a little bit more with the flow, see what people are more engaged with. I see that currently people are in the Fighting Rig feeling mood, let's say, and I will build definitely some builds around Fighting Rig. Yeah, otherwise, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one. Ciao.